Now you might pray to God, y'all, but I like Lucifer best of all. Don't keep changing, waiting. Don't keep changing, waiting. Sunday school is a place for fools. It's hot in hell, but the devil's cool. Don't keep changing, waiting. Don't keep changing, waiting. So don't just sit there, join the club. Sell your soul to Beelzebub.
Hey, everybody, it's your old pal Count Jackula, your favorite satanic streamer. And once again, the sin is in. How is everybody doing? I see Kira, Gordon, Mousedon, Kat, and Stacy. That's all good. That's all good. Oh, man. It's odd moving on to another strange stage of existence. Excuse me. Dr. Ghoul, how's it going? Hoping y'all good. Whew. Level 1 crook. Kira, you've been trying to remember something from an older stream. Well, what was it? I mean, I know you can't remember it, but if you can give me a clue, maybe I can help you out. Hey, girl with the star earring, how's it doing? Late as hell in Canada. Can't be like, oh, hello there. Hey, hold on. There's a... Hang on a minute. We got... There's a... Hey. Hey. Don't get out of this chair, Grandma. Oh. Come on. No. Come on. Come here. There you go. There you go. Upstairs neighbor's got a new puppy, and sometimes he likes to run around in the garden, and sometimes I open my door to, like, smoke or just get some air into the place, and then the puppy runs in sometimes. You know, not my doggy, but sweet doggy. So I just have to make sure it doesn't, like, run into the rest of the apartment so that it has, like, a clear boundary. Like, if it just runs, like if the back door is open here and for some reason no one's in it, like he doesn't just run around in the house unexpectedly. You know, can't really have that. That's a cat domain. You know, technically the bedroom is also a cat domain, but, like, that ship already sailed. You know, yeah, puppy just want to make friends. Yeah. Funny enough, like, Gomez doesn't really seem upset by him. I thought he was. Like, he was very upset by Kalia. You know, Jace's old dog. You know, she was about the same size, same energy level. But now, like, Gomez just sort of like, yeah, what do you want? You know? I think it's still upsetting Gomez a little bit, but, like, I think he's hitting acceptance a lot faster. You know, it helps that, like, when the puppy has company, it doesn't bark a lot. When it doesn't have company, it will not stop. So he doesn't, like, bark at Gomez. He just sort of gets excited around him. And so, like, just like, oh, I know you're not attacking. What the hell are you doing? You know? No, it's not mine. But it's a new puppy in the building, but just not mine. Yeah, it might be old age. He's, like, closing in on, like, 10, I think. Yeah, he's almost 10 years old. So, you know, maybe he's just like, whatever. Uh, I was about to say, like, late as hell in Canada. It's like maybe dark as hell, but like it's only like 11 p.m. there. That's not too late. Sin tastes like chicken wings. Let's see. Cat Hermit says, doing good. My dad helped power wash my house. Oh, that's good. Uh, Girl with the star earrings says, good thing you don't work tomorrow. Yes. Oh, the name of the peacock. Oh, the name of the peacock angel. Malektaus. Malektaus. That's an easy one. Just planning on seeing that lesbian movie with Kirsten Stewart. Wait, which one? She's played almost exclusively lesbians for the last like 5 or 6 years. Unless there's like an explicitly lesbian movie that she's in. Like she's always she in almost every character she's played for the last little while, they've all been lesbians, even if but they some of them had been on the down low since it wasn't like plot relevant. Hey, what's up, dude? You opening the door for me? Oh, I thought I put the doggy out. I thought I put him out. Okay. No, got a little buddy. There you go. Oh, we got more ninjas apparently. Oh, he went back in. Love Lies Bleeding. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. Last night I saw another lesbian movie last night called it was done by Ethan Coen and his wife. I think it was like Ethan Coen lesbians. Da 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 da. I just saw it last night, and Driveaway Dolls. I just saw Driveaway Dolls. It was really good. That's Ethan Coen with his wife as opposed to his brother. But it is very much a Coen Brothers style movie. Like so much so that I didn't realize it until I looked it up. I thought it was just the Coen Brothers again. It's a story of two lesbians who accidentally take the wrong car to go to, was it Jacksonville, Florida? They go to Florida and they have the wrong car, and the car has some stuff in it that shouldn't be there. If you want to see horny lesbians making terrible life choices and dealing with bad relationships, like this is the movie for you. And of course it's a comedy, it's a little bit more like it's a little bit like Raising Arizona in terms of tone. Miley Cyrus has a bit part in that movie, which is really, really odd because you're like, who the fuck is this? And then you finally realize, oh, it's Miley Cyrus. Okay. Yeah, I recommend it. Driveaway Dolls, I really recommend it. I haven't seen Love Lies Bleeding. Let's see. Yeah, one thing I could definitely say about Driveaway Dolls is someone described it as being Thelma and Louise like, and I'm like, no. No, it is not. It is way weirder and way funnier. Let's take a look at the trailer for Love Lies Bleeding. See what this is about.
You talked to your dad recently?
Why?
Give us a call.
So where did you appear from? Oklahoma? Yeah, I've never been anywhere but here. What were you doing with that big girl?
Get a lot of crazy-ass foreigners, mostly. How's it going, guys? This here's Jackie.
Hi.
She needs a job. Says she'll do anything.
Yeah, you like guns?
No.
Hey, is that Lance
What you
Henriksen?
doing here then? A bit more powerful than a punch, huh?
Fuck yeah.
Call me when it's done.
What is this place? Huh? You don't understand. Get back in the car.
They found a body.
Looks like you've got your hands full.
You'll regret this.
We'll just need to fight back. I'm gonna tell them everything you ever did.
FBI, open up.
Are you threatening me?
Yep.
Well, that was really stupid, honey.
I'll never fall in love, okay?
Huh.
Get a lot of the job. Says she'll do.
Oh, it's not Lance Henriksen, it's Ed Harris. Okay, yeah, that's why I was checking up on. I was like, that seems like Lance Henriksen, but I was like, oh no, it's Ed Harris. It's Ed Harris. That looks really good. Like that's definitely more of a crime thriller. Whereas I would say Driveaway Dolls is way more of a comedy. Like I said, it's way more like Raising Arizona. Looks really good though. Yeah, a lot of lesbian movies this year. That's good. I'm just surprised. Yes, doggy. There's doggy out there. Yeah. But it turns out that's Ed Harris. Hey. Okay. Doggy is calm now. That's good. Right. Whoa. God damn it. That door's not closed. I thought it was. Oh. It's okay. All right. Come on. Ugh. Okay. No. Okay. Jump. No. No. Jump. Come here. Come on. Okay, calm now. That's good. Hey, hey, hey. There we go. Come on. Bring some and go. There you go. Not that door. That door does not go anywhere puppies are supposed to.
Let's go here.
Yeah, she ran in.
Ran in again. Let's go. Come here. I'm sorry, man.
No, that's okay. Oop, got.
Where's he? Massimo. There we go.
There we go. Oh,
Puppies.
not fast enough on the draw here.
Nope.
Oh, no, no,
Not on the back.
No, no, no,
Massimo.
no. There we go. Yeah, there we go. No problem. Oh. Oh. Let's see, definitely not a dog person. Yeah, I know how to take care of a dog. I can only be like nice. Oh, I don't like it when people like train dogs to like be mean. I don't like it at all. Yeah, he wanted to eat my Baphomet slippers. On the one hand, it was cute because he did like give me a doggy got me a slipper, you know. But the bad part was he didn't want to give up the slipper. You know, a little bit. Like, hey, let go of that. You know? Yeah, I don't like it when people treat, you know, like I get dogs being protective. I get dogs even being able to like defend a territory and attack, but a lot of people just make dogs mean. You know, there are people that just make dogs mean. I don't like that because I'm like, no, dog's not. You're trying to get them to be meaner than the average wolf. Come on. That's ridiculous. You know, even wolves aren't that mean. You know, don't get me wrong. Wolves are vicious and strong, you know, but they don't tend to like. They don't tend to just attack. You know, if they're attacking, they're hunting, or they're nuts. Like they will first, like a wolf will first, like let you know it's there. You know, unless for some reason it's hunting you. That's rare. That's really rare. You know, but don't get me wrong. Once it gets mad, forget it. Wolf is gonna fuck you up. You know. Hard enough to find. Well, you know, like, I'm just gonna say, like, fucking, you know, what is it? Fucking, Blackcraft will handle a lot of your Baphomet slipper needs. You know. Yeah, wolves will defend themselves. Well, they'll run away. They'll defend themselves. They'll defend themselves, but like they don't usually attack on sight. Tonight's been rough for me. Spent the entire day beating yourself up for shit that ain't my fault. Well, man, ain't that a mood? Yeah, that is a mood, man. That is a mood. Man, so Stacy's like, yeah, people who train dogs to be mean are shit people who do not deserve dogs. Yeah, that reminds me of this one dog a friend had. It was a German Shepherd. Was flunked out of canine school. Could not be taught to attack anything. It was a German Shepherd that was absolutely terrified of cats. If you made a loud noise or you yelled, you would run away. No good as a police dog, you know. But yeah. Stressing out over shit that ain't your fault or ain't your problem to solve. Like that's a big one. Yeah, Mouse's like, oh wow, yeah. He's a really sweet dog. He's very fearful. Poor little fearful guy. You know, and another thing, if you have a German Shepherd, please do not have hardwood floors. You know, and it's just no. No, it's just no good. It's no good for the poor guy. You know, poor little doggy. You know, poor doggy. He's just going to be slipping and sliding all over the place. And then you're like, well, I should put the booties on him. And then you put the booties on them. And no dog likes the booties. And they're all like, why? You know, just poor little guy. Yeah. He was traumatized, but it wasn't. I don't think it was the school that traumatized him. I think that happened before, like, they got a hold of him. You know, he just didn't have the vicious gene. Yeah, dog tucked his tail between his legs. The second one of the kittens aggressively meowed at him. Yeah. Well, he was even worse. Like, he couldn't have. You know, he was even more so in that way because, like, no, the cat would just appear and he'd freak out. You know, and like very often the cats were just like there, like they weren't even angry at the dog or batting at him or making any sounds. It's just like cat walks in the room, dog runs, cat's just like, the fuck is this? Well, it makes my life easy, you know? Huskies have no brakes. I agree. I love them to death. They need brakes. Holy hell. Holy hell. You don't walk Husky walks you. You know, holy shit. I love them. They're super friendly and they're a really good type of dog if you want to feel like, yeah, me and my dog will walk into wasteland. You know, like they're really good for that. Across the frozen tundra we go, hunting Wendigo, you know. You know, they're good dogs. They're great dogs in the winter. They're awesome in the winter. You know. You know, you walk around with a husky in the winter, you feel like, yeah, we're hunting for caribou in the Pacific Northwest or some shit, you know. You know, got to give it a Haida or like, you know, Eskimo type name. Oh, we got 25 watching. Oh, we do. Excellent. Yeah, let's get some more likes up there. If you haven't hit that like button, go right ahead for it. Or if you feel like donating, there's always the super chat. There's always the super chat. I always respond to a super chat. And if you're like, well, I'd like to donate a little more on the reg, there's also the Patreon, should be a link below. Mr. Joker card. I got a Ghost Impura, the Ghost album on vinyl. Oh, Hail Satan, Hail Satan. That is a great album. That is a great album. Like, funny enough, I think my favorite off that album right now is actually Spillways. I really like Spillways. But it's filled with great music, like Hunter's Moon, Watcher in the Sky. Good stuff. And of course, like I know it's an EP. You know, they did a cover because they always do like an EP between albums, and the one they did after, the one they did after Impera was their cover of Phantom of the Opera by fuck. You know, God damn it, who did it? Right there. It's right there. Iron Maiden. There we go. Iron Maiden. I was like the one with the dude with the skull. It's like, oh yeah, thanks, Jack. That nails it the fuck down. But yeah. It's such a good cover of that song, you know. Yeah, I'll be honest. I think they ought to do a Phantom of the Opera that's like, yeah, that's heavy metal. Like, play this during the fucking Mask of the Red Death sequence. Yeah, maybe directed by Darren Lynn Bousman, you know? Oh, this isn't it. Yeah, this isn't a single. It's an EP. It's yeah. They always put out like a single that's usually an original song and then an EP of covers. This is one they did last year, Phantomime. Oh, it turns out Gomez was in the closet the whole time. What, Ghost? No, they always have the same lead singer. Or do you mean like a new character? Like, it's always Tobias Forge. He just, like, makes a different version of Papa. Yeah, I love kitties too. I'm more of a cat person. I like dogs, but like, I don't know if I get to take care of one all the time. I think he plans on doing Cardinal Copia for a while. Yeah, like he's the one character that's lasted more than one album. Yeah, this should definitely be used in the Mask of the Red Death sequence, you know. And of course, like, you know, at the very end, that's when the chandelier fucking falls. Nomad you're opening a new halfway house for women. Wait, what? I'm not sure what you mean by that, zombie. Yeah, for those who don't know, like Darren Lynn Bousman's the guy that did Repo the Genetic Opera. So if you wanted to do another rock opera, I'm saying Phantom of the Opera is a rock opera. Heavy metal specifically. I don't know if a ghost movie specifically. Then the chandelier should fall and, you know, people go ape shit. It'd be great. It'd be so great. But yeah, like, I don't know if I think you could do a ghost movie, but it would have to be like, it'd be weird. It would have to be really weird. And you would have to determine whether Ghost was a band that appeared in the movie or the movie was about them. Like, it's the first decision you have to make, because those are two very different flicks, you know? Because I think there are a lot of movies you could put Ghost in. Oh, thank you, Mr. Joker Card. Thank you for the $4.99 donation. Do you have a band you love, but they kind of lean to the chud side of things? For me, it's Five Finger Death Punch. Oh, I have favorite songs from bands that are like that, but I don't tend to be a fan of the band itself. There's got to be one. I just can't think of it. Like, for instance, like what's his name? Limp Bizkit. There's one Limp Bizkit song I like, which is Break Stuff. I don't tend... You know, I like that song. I don't tend to like Limp Bizkit in general. It's like the one song I like. Oh, yeah, Hunter's Moon, the song that they fucking wrote for Halloween Kills. Yeah. The song Ghost wrote for Halloween Kills is great. You know, Battle of the Band style plot. Yeah, I feel like it would have to be a little Tenacious. It would have to be a little Tenacious D, Pick a Destiny, you know? Because it would have to be like, it would have to ultimately be a comedy. Cat Hermit is, for me, it's Creed. Oh, whoa, yeah, talk about like, woo! Yeah, talk about chuds, holy crap. Didn't Darren Lynn Bousman also do Devil's Carnival? I believe he did. Yeah. Let me double check that. Yeah, Darren Lynn Bousman movies. Come on. Do. Yeah, he did. He did do the Devil's Carnival. That was apparently kind of his follow-up to Repo the Genetic Opera. You know, not like a sequel, but like, you know, another musical rock. You know, another like musical rock, like opera type thing. Although I think the Devil's Carnival is less of an opera and more of a musical. Am I in Vietnam? No. I'm not in Vietnam. Why would you think I was in Vietnam? You know. Like, even if we went with the Asian thing, why Vietnam, you know? Oh, boy. Oh, the Weird Al. Yeah, Weird Al movie was good. You going to like it? Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Yeah, so to answer your question, Mr. Joker Card, yeah, like, some songs I like by chuddy bands are, like, you know, Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit, Animals by fucking but yeah, it's Animals, right? By Nickelback. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Let's see. Mousedon says, I gone a whole fucking decade without hearing Creed to the point of forgetting all their songs in some random Super Bowl ad. I know, right? They're like, oh, I know this one. What is it? Oh, son of a bitch. It's Creed. It's just in there. It's in there. Fuck. You know. I think Five Finger Death Punch, if you qualify Five Finger Death Punch, like, there are a few Five Finger Death Punch songs I really like. I will go to I will not specifically go to a Five Finger Death Punch song, but if they're part of the lineup leading up to the headliner, I'll be excited. Yeah, I live near Richmond, California, the center of the Iron Triangle. Yep. Yep. Yeah, make it like the Weird Al movie. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. They may kind of already, in a way, they kind of already did that, because when they started doing Cardinalcopia, like, they started making these little short films about what's going on with Cardinalcopia. And you watch them all together, it does kind of, it does create a plot. Oh yeah, well, like they're the thing with Five Finger Death Punch is they're very definitely like dudes. You know, they're like damaged dudes. You know, very, 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 very masculine. They mainly do, although as far as I could tell, they mainly do damage to themselves. You know, like those guys come from like really, 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 really rough backgrounds. Some of them kind of violent. Like, you know how you watch Slipknot? You could tell they're all, you know, they all suffered like huge amounts of childhood trauma. Like, it's the same thing for Five Finger Death Punch, except Five Finger Death Punch is much more like, they're much more about toxic masculinity. You know, like for real, like processing the trauma that makes you become toxically masculine. You know, like that's what almost all their music is about. Yeah, mainly Ivan does the damage. I'll agree with that. Yeah. Like, they almost threw him out of the band a couple of times. Like, I went to the, what was it, Aftershock? The Aftershock party, the Aftershock festival that happened right after they kicked him out of the band the last time. And they came on, and during the halftime, Ivan came out, and like he was still in the, he had gotten back in the band because they were like, well, we can't really do the tour without him. But they made a lot of like demands. There's like, you gotta go to therapy. You gotta stop drinking. You know, you just gotta clean up, because we can't go on tour without you. We're getting to the point where we might rather not be a band. You know, it's like Five Finger Death Punch probably will not go on without you. But we might. You know, we might pull we might do a Foo Fighters, you know. Might do a Dave Grohl on you, man. You know, of course, Dave Grohl didn't have a choice, dude. He killed himself. But like, they were kind of seeing him already. He was not only fucking up all their shit, they were also a little bit worried that he wasn't going to like that he was going to off himself. You know, but they were more mad at him for fucking up the band than that shit, you know, because once again, toxic masculinity, you know, it's what makes them an interesting band because they're actually very open about that. And so Ivan came on, he did an acoustic version of I'm Not Made of Stone, which was really moving. It was really good. It was one of the highlights of the festival. And he just said like, oh man, nah. And he just poured his heart out to the audience. You know, he talked about everything that was going on and why things were bad and why he's glad his bandmates gave him another chance. You know, and I was like, that's balls. That is balls. Like, that's a potential turning point. You know, to have the balls to come out on stage and go like, yeah, everything they said was true. Everything they said was true. I was doing this. I was doing that. It was all bad. It wasn't their fault. It was all me. It was all me. I did that because I broke and I wouldn't acknowledge it. So, like, I was like, that's balls. But also, you also got to realize that some of those guys are like vets. You know, you could tell some of those guys are vets. You know, so their music and their persona has a very different tone to it. I tend to prefer Slipknot simply because it's easier for me to relate to. It's easier for me to relate to Slipknot, but it's not like I can't relate to Five Finger Death Punch. It's just not the music that I will put on when I'm having a breakdown, whereas Slipknot is. You know, I'm probably not gonna put on a fucking Five Finger Death Punch song, but I will put on like even I'm Not Made of Stone is not something that's not me. You know, I can feel for what they're singing about. Like, that song could bring me to tears, but it's not about my breakdown. Whereas Slipknot or The Cure or Nine Inch Nails, that is. You know, so I actually think Five Finger Death Punch don't get the love it deserves. You know, I think they deserve a lot more love and credit. But at the same time, I also realize that because they're a band centered around themes that are very personal to them, and that those personal themes are all about toxic masculinity, sometimes it's hard for people to listen to, you know? And why they have a way bigger, like, male audience, you know, way bigger percentage of males in their audience than most heavy metal bands tend to have. Oh, it's really weird. Like, one of the bands that all the chuds at Aftershock were really looking forward to listening to was the band Barefoot. And I was like, what? Okay. I don't get it. Not my kind of music, but okay. Apparently the Dave Matthews, the guys who used to listen to Dave Matthews really liked Barefoot that year. And see, I mostly relate to In This Moment. Ooh. Because YK being femme, it helps. That must be a typo. Being femme, it helps. Yeah. Yeah. Like, the thing I like about her is the lead singer of In This Moment. Once again, let me just make sure I'm getting it right and not being an idiot. Yeah, okay, yeah, I got it right. The what's the stage name of the lead singer? I'm spacing on her name. Spacing on the name of the lead singer, because I mean, I found like her real name, but I was pretty sure she had like a persona name as well. Anyway, Maria Brink. Maria Brink. The thing that's really interesting about Maria Brink is that you can never tell if she's, because she like scream sings. She's like a banshee. And you can never tell whether she does this thing where like she's always on the edge of screaming in either sadness or anger. The last time I saw a singer who was able to do that, who did that, was Diamanda Galás. But Diamanda Galás is far more unnerving than in this moment. It's the same tone. It's the same idea, but like Diamanda Galás felt like when she sang, you were like, I don't know that she's not actually a demon from hell. Because she was so raw and so emotional on stage that there was something. I'm not trying to be like, this is going to be a weird statement. But it's not trying to denigrate Diamanda Galás at all. But in many ways, her performances felt like she was tapping into the same thing that Gigi Allen was doing, but she had a lot more stage presence, a lot more talent. Say what you will about Gigi Allen, he was mainly shocking. Diamanda Galás had that same type of like shock where it's like, am I just watching someone's emotional breakdown? But she was a way better singer and she had a way greater stage presence. Like Diamanda Galás will fill a room just with her presence. It was insane. Like, you could not ignore her. Hey, cute little cat girl, how you doing? Country music is not my favorite. There are some country songs I like. But for the most part, I tend to like the country I tend to like is a little bit closer to folk music. Unless I go back to the past. Because I keep forgetting Johnny Cash's country. And I love Johnny Cash. Yeah, I would say that Johnny Cash was the country singer, the country performer that I consistently loved. I consistently loved his work. Yeah, but like he's definitely like definitely country. Like another one that's like a country song that is actually kind of a little bit more on reaching into, I don't know what to call it, but it's like a little more folk, has a bit of folk to it. Would be Alana Miles. And if you don't remember who Alana Miles is, I'll remind you a little bit. Hang on. God damn it, Kenny Rogers. That's right. I like Kenny Rogers too. He's country. But I tend to like Kenny Rogers when he's a bit more rock. Mama's dancing, baby on her shoulder. The sun is setting like molasses in the sky. This song I almost definitely can't play all up. Just come on, just get to the title of the song. Yeah, song about, like, metaphorically, like, how to put it. This is one of those songs, very metaphorical. She's literally talking about a Velvet Elvis painting. You know, the metaphor, however, is probably about having sex with a woman. You know, let's see, my favorite Kenny Rogers, I think, is a just dropped in to see what my condition is.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, what condition my condition was in.
Made famous again by Big Lebowski.
I woke up this morning with the sun down, shining in. I found my mind in a brown paper bag, but then I tripped on a cloud and fell 8 miles high. I tore my mind on a jagged sky. I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, what condition my condition was in.
I pushed my soul in a deep dark hole and then I followed it in. I watched myself crawling out as I was crawling in. I got up so tight I couldn't unwind. I saw so much, I broke my mind. I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in.
Yeah, country rock song about an acid trip is what that is. You know, like, I mean, like, literally, that's what the song is. That's what the song is about. You know, it's about, like, fucking dropping acid and driving out of Memphis, you know? Oh. What's the most screwed up story a family member has ever told you? Oh, Depends on what you mean by screwed up. Because I have a very, very, very strange sense of what's screwed up. If we're just talking about a story that maybe you shouldn't be telling your kids or your grandchildren, you know, the younger generation, I got it. That would be how my grandfather and my grandmother hooked up. So it's during World War II, Japanese were invading. They were in China. Japanese were invading. And they had to keep going to the shelter, the bomb shelter, like whenever the Japanese were overhead, because they would just fucking bomb them. They'd just bomb places, you know, World War II. Yeah, look up the Japanese invasion of China in World War II. It's horrific. It's absolutely fucking horrific. Anyway, they had been going from the village to the shelter like every other day for like weeks. And one night, my grandfather had just had enough. He had just like he went nuts. You know, like couldn't take it anymore, like going down to this goddamn shelter. So he proposed to, not marriage, but like he suggested, he said that what he was going to do is he was going to stay outside. He was going to stay outside and watch the bombs drop. And my grandmother went with him. And so they just watched it, you know, in all of its like, all of its awe and monstrosity and terror. You know, places getting blown up, bombs dropping from the sky, you know, the sound of it, the sound of the planes overhead, the whole thing. That's what they did that night. And then, in the words of my grandfather, and of course, like your aunt was born 9 months later. And I was like, well, wait a minute. Are you telling me that my aunt was conceived during a shell bombing because my granddad just refused to go down into the shelter one more time? So they're doing it in the middle of a war zone, bombs falling around them. That is badass. I'm like, God damn it, I think my grandmother may be the most badass person I've ever known. I've no... I don't know if I can beat that, you know? I can't top that. I don't even think I can match it. He didn't want to watch the world burn. It was more like, if the world is gonna burn, I'm gonna watch it. You know, because it was fucking, it's one of those, like, it's happening anyway, brah. Yeah, my granddad was really cool. Like, he was cool. Oh, man. But yeah. Like, yeah, that's the most messed up. That's one of the most messed up stories, if you could call that messed up, you know. It was definitely the most mind-blowing story that they had ever told me about the family. I have no idea. Yeah, might have to have sex while riding a bomb to top that. Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, I could probably do it once. You know, I don't know if I want. I don't think you can go for a second time on that one. Yeah, I know it's hardcore. It's just like, damn. Well, like that's the human spirit, right? That's the human spirit that refuses to be dominated, that refuses to be ground into powder. You know. Yeah, fuck you. Like, you know, what can you do? All you can do is kill me. You know, like I've been facing death for like 2-3 months, and now I'm bored. You know. Oh. Oh man, I just thought that was too funny. You know, story of the indomitable human spirit, in my opinion. You know, how do you? It's just, yeah, it would make a great metal song. You know. Go out with a bang. Yeah, I'm sure that was the idea. You know, they just happened to live, and you're just like, oh, well, we got lucky. You know? Oh, dude, yeah, China went through a whole hell of a lot during World War II, and it's a direct result of it afterwards. You know, because you have the you know, you have the Japanese you have the Cultural Revolution, the first Cultural Revolution, taking China out of imperialism, or out of a literal empire, and attempting to establish a democracy. Then you have the Japanese invasion, which pretty much destroyed that. You had the attempted Reconstruction, which tried to establish a constitutional democracy, but turned into another cultural revolution, where it went instead towards instead to communism. You know, like that was like, and those were all like war conflicts. Those were all like armed conflicts. And I think after all that, the Chinese and China just kind of got tired of it. I think they're just tired. They were just tired of it, you know, like, because that's a single generation. Like, that happens within a single generation. All three of those fucking things happen in a single generation. Knitting Samurai, my grandfather was almost sent because he couldn't prove he was hard of hearing. He married my grandmother the day the peace treaty was signed. Ah, nice. Night, Stacy. Entirely by coincidence, he married the day the peace treaty was signed and couldn't enjoy the honeymoon because people were setting off fireworks. Oh, ooh, ouch. Ouch. Yeah, but like you have an entire generation of Chinese people who like went through all those things, and they are tough as fucking nails, man. You know, there's something about them. Something about them. They're just literally battle hardened. You know, like very, very interesting people. Brother, well done. The most screwed up story I was ever told was by my uncle a long time ago. A friend of his was invited to a brother's barbecue, so everyone was having a good time. Brother's dog comes up to him, and he stopped barbecuing, picks up a stick and throws it. After throwing it, the brother picks up a shotgun and kills his dog right there in front of everyone. What? My uncle was extremely pissed, went over to the guy and screamed, asked what the hell he was doing, what was wrong with him. The guy just said, never teach a dog how to fetch. It gets really annoying. Whoa. Whoa. Killed a man's dog. Fuck you, man. You lucky you didn't. You lucky you didn't get killed. He got off light. He got off light. Man, that is super psychopathic. Damn. Killed his own dog? Holy shit. That's beyond mentally unwell. That's like you need to be excised from the gene pool. Man killed his own dog in front of people. Fuck him. Fuck him, man. Yeah, like I wouldn't. I might stop hanging out with my friend if his brother was like that. Just so I don't have to ever deal with that the other dude ever again. You know, it's like I love you, man, but like your brother's fucking crazy, and if we're gonna run the risk of me running into him again, we can't be friends. Oh, you mean he used to saddle break him? We got to use a better word than break for that, man. It sounds like you're abusing the animal. But I mean, I know what you're talking about, though. You know, I know what you mean, though. You know, I seen it. You know, it's like training a dog. You know, there are fine ways of doing it, and then there are bad ways of doing it. You know. Yeah, but what you're really doing is just getting them to accept a writer. And a horse won't accept anybody or everybody afterwards. Like, some of them will. You know, some of them will be tame enough that they'll just be like, yeah, it's cool. You know, some others will only accept certain people. Like specific people. Yeah, it sounds like your uncle's friend's brother was a real piece of shit. A real sick son of a bitch. Damn. My mom as a child, Mousedon says, my mom as a child overheard the murder of her aunt while on the phone. She was getting brutally killed by a psycho husband in the 60s. Ooh. Oof. Damn. Gordon Becker's like, honestly, God, I am scared of Clydesdale horses. Oh, I'm not scared of them, although I am intimidated by them. You know, that's a lot of horse. You know, they can be tamed pretty well, though. You know, but they is big. That's a horseman of the apocalypse size horse, man. Big boys. You know, carry a lot of shit. It's what they're used for. Yeah, that story kind of makes me go to what the hell. I'm just lucky that my uncle didn't get killed too. Tony was about to murder the guy. I believe it. I believe it. You know, and that's probably because, like, given what you're describing, there was probably sounds like a community where people just had guns. They just had guns, so your uncle probably had one. You know, on him. You know, wouldn't be surprised. You know, which kind of goes to show. You know, which kind of goes to show it's how to put it. They like to say guns don't kill people, people kill people. I'm like, no, psychos kill people. And the gun makes it real easy. That's how that works. That's how that works. Like that's a man. Like from that moment forward, that should have been like, no. You ain't allowed to have no guns. Ever. I think that's something you should actually be able to invoke the law on. You know, just be like, this motherfucker can't be trusted with a gun. No way. Because, like, the thing that pisses me off about that is, for the most part, it's not like you don't know. Places are full of shit that people know but don't act on. Fun. Zevon Price caught a ricochet in the face when I was 14 by a dumbass relative trying to shoot a snake. Oh, God damn it. What was he using? What was he firing? Because, like, you don't shoot... Using a bullet on a snake is overkill. Unless it's an anaconda or something, you know. But probably not, you know. Like a 22 is overkill. A 38? He's probably at close range like a dumbass. A 38? Man, that is overkill. Not to mention a hard target. Yeah, fast way to get sent home base training is to be someone drill sergeant doesn't trust live ammo. Yeah. If we're all going to be armed, I think that should be the fucking... I think that should be the standard. Shotgun makes sense. Shotgun makes sense. A fucking 38? You know, because, like, you know, covers a wider area. Covers a wider area, you're more likely to get it. And each of the individual rounds is not that big. Like, especially using, like, birdshot or something. Buckshot, you know, a little more intense. Probably, once again, probably overkill. For a snake, but, like, yeah, you could hit a snake with a shotgun pretty, you know, I could see that. Uncle stopped kicking the shit out of each other and went after the car. Oh, wait, what? Okay, much lighter story. My uncle and dad, when they were teenagers, my uncle was in his car making out with this woman. Out of nowhere, my dad grabs my uncle, pulls him from the car, starts beating the crap out of him. The thing is, my uncle didn't put his car in park. It rolled downhill. His girlfriend's still inside. Oh, no. They stopped kicking the shit out of each other, went after the car. When it was able to stop, the girl gets out, screams at both of them, and leaves. Oh, man, that is funny. That is funny. Like, oh, you dumbass. Like, oh my God, no, that is hilarity. Good Lord. Yeah, one of the things I wanted to talk about, wanted to mention, was this whole idea of. And he's outside again.
Was he fighting his dog?
No.
What was that noise about then?
No, that was the dog by himself upstairs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, he doesn't fight that dog. I don't even think he doesn't even hiss or get mad.
Just checking. Heard bird noises. By the way, there's some chicken if you want some chicken.
Okay. Thank you.
Have you more meds?
Grandmother almost ran over my dad with the duster. Oh. What was he, like, asleep on the field or in the field or something? Or on the runway? Oh my God. But yeah. This is line I heard used. You can't solve God's problems. You know, can't solve the problems of the rest of the world. Once worked at security at Amazon, picked up a 4-foot python, walked to safety. Yeah, this is a python. You know, if you get bit by a python, big deal. You know, like, you know, it'll hurt. You probably, you know, want to disinfect it, you know, but like, it's not venomous. You know, and if you're like a, you know, an adult-sized human, it's not gonna kill you. You know, you just be like, yeah, stop it. You know, knock that shit off. You know. Father's brother drove a tractor into a ditch because he didn't know the tractors didn't answer to whoa. I could see that. I could see that. Like being used to animals, and so like something bad happens, you just revert to like the crisis skill that you have. And then later on you're like, God damn it, why was I trying to tell that tractor to whoa? God damn it. Newfangled technology. Oh. Yeah, pythons are hunters. They're not really biters. They will bite. They will bite if they get angry enough, you know. But it's not like a dog bite is way worse than a python bite if you're a human. Yeah, he was chill though. Yeah, just was like, hey, I'm a 4-foot snake. Yeah, 4-foot python's also not that big. You know, it's like might have even been a ball python at that point. You know, just hey, how you doing? You know, ball pythons tend to be really chill. I really like ball pythons. They're really, really, really nice. Very curious, little stupid. You know. Simple critters. Like the worst thing that could possibly happen with like a python with a ball python is that you get salmonella. You know, so wash your hands, like, and you'll be fine. Wash your hands on the rag and you'll be okay. Oh, he was a ball python? Oh, man. I'm going to try to keep him. Yeah, like if I just happened upon a ball python, like, yeah, I might just keep it. Oh, the king snake's getting too big for a cage? Yep. Oh, she's a big one, eh? I didn't realize king snakes got that big. Let's see, king snake. Biggest king snake. No, they don't look like they get too big, but like... What kind of king snake is it? Like, because I'm assuming you mean like she's getting too big for the cage that you had for her, but like is still very, you know, like you can still keep her because I don't think king snakes get that big. She's not python big. She's a peck away a lot of pinkies. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. You just need to. She's too big for her enclosure, you know. Black racer snakes, they're harmless, but they get about like 9. Yeah. Yeah, like they're a little. Oh, she's a basic two-tone California king. Oh, okay, got it. What what colors? Yeah, she's getting to be like between like 4 or 5 feet. Yeah, it's probably fish tank time. Brown and beige, nice. Yeah, it's probably fish tank time, you know. Man. Oh, yeah. Please post an image. Please post an image. I'd love to see it. Man, like. I gotta start going to flea markets and shit. Best flea markets in the Bay Area. I don't know if I want to go out to Alameda. Where's Treasure Fest? I'm going to assume that's like near Treasure Island. Let's see. Visit the website. Yeah, Treasure Island. It's on Treasure Island. Okay. So I have to cross the bay and why is everything in like last weekend of every month? Oh, that means this one coming up soon. Oh. $3 entry. Free parking, pet friendly. So there's the Almany one. Wait, there's an Inner Sunset one? Hold on. Yeah, that's like every week, right? Yes, there's a Discord. Yeah, Alameda is like next to there's an Alameda one and then there's an Albany one. Albany is in San Francisco. Because it's called the Albany one because there's Albany Boulevard. Every Sunday 7 to 3. What is this Inner Sunset one though? Oh, Berkeley Flea Market. That'll either be really good or really bad. Ugh. No, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. All right. Is that like every day? Oh, no. Or is it? What? Find out more. See, upcoming dates on the left. Okay, so next one is April 9th. Oh, this might... I'll have to take a look at it, but this might not be the kind of flea market I'm looking for. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, used to go to Treasure Island, great place to see bootleg anime. Yeah, man. There's a part of me. Thank you for the follow, Ziva. User settings. Wait, nope. No, I don't need user settings. I need... the invite. Where is it? Invite. There we go. Bonk. Yeah, that should be... Yeah, there's the Discord link. That'll work for the next, like, half hour. Oh, boy. Yeah, but art is one of those things. Like, so I was thinking about art and, like, what I'm doing. Great stuff you did back then. Thank you. It's kind of funny. Like, I have been thinking about, like, why I haven't been doing that stuff. Because me stopping doing videos, it wasn't a logical thing. It was an emotional thing. And the problem with emotional decisions is sometimes it's really hard to tell why you've made them, why they feel right. And I've been conflicted about it for a while because it's one of those, I know I did the right thing, but like, I do kind of miss doing it. So what was it? Because it's like, it's how I identify what needs to change. I don't want to just get back in that snake pit, you know? I don't want to just go back in that lion's den. And there are a lot of things that have to do with it. One is... it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. You know, it takes a lot of time for one person to do that. And that was a big one. The anxiety of not putting things out more frequently or reliably is a lot. It's a lot to deal with. Like, if you can keep pumping out content every week or every other week, man, go for it, you know. But I couldn't do it that fast. You know, I kept trying to figure out why and where, and it just basically, I have this thing where I want to do things really well, and I want the result to be really good, so it takes me longer to do things, you know, because I'm always trying to figure out, like, what could be better, what could be improved, you know, like, am I taking the completely wrong approach to not only what I'm doing, to to how I'm doing it. So that's a big deal. Like that's, and it's also its own time sink, you know? So I think about that. I think about that a lot. And part of the other thing, part of also what it seemed to come down to is I hate the YouTube environment because it's so abusive. You know, like it's really super. YouTube itself is, as a platform, is very abusive, you know? So how you deal with that? You know, like, how do you deal with that? And I never really came up with an answer that wasn't just leave it behind. You leave it behind, that's how you deal with it. You know? Also, a lot of my creative energy seems to naturally be going to other places. Don't think you get away with clips longer than 4 seconds now? Oh yeah, but like that's not the problem. Like that's not the problem. I mean, it's a difficulty, but it's not the problem. Yeah, well, YouTube wants constant content that gets a lot of clicks, and that means drama. That drama videos do that. You know, drama videos will do that, and because of that, it's very easy to get caught up in it. And this is why I think about it, right? Because I'm like, what is it I'm not getting out of it? You know, what was it I wasn't getting out of it? That, because here's the thing, like, if I felt like I had to go to those like nightmare fucking video producer conferences, like, you know, like that VidCon or MagFest or like one of those, if I felt like I had to go there to promote this motherfucking thing, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't want to do that part. You know, I definitely wouldn't want to do that part. Like, it not how I want to spend a weekend. You know, those shows were always work. Those were always about work. They were never about fun for me. They were always about work. Because I don't know. I mean, it was about meeting people as well, but like mainly meeting people relating to work, you know, like but I wasn't learning anything. I wasn't learning anything, like the kind of shows that I have always had the most fun at have been horror shows. Like, I feel way more more than gaming conventions, Horror shows were where I felt like I belonged. Like, this is where I should be. This is where my interest lies. Like, this is where I find people who are interesting. People are on a wavelength that is similar to mine. I don't mind gaming conventions, but they're not great social outlets for me. They're a great place to learn what everyone else is doing. See new products, see what people are doing, catch up with some of the old timers, But the vibe of a game convention is not really my thing. And I don't know how to explain it. The culture is very different. It's much harder to be extroverted at a game convention. It's much harder. What are my thoughts on the new Alone in the Dark game that's coming out? Oh, I don't know. Looks all right. Looks good. We'll have to see. It's yeah, you do. Yeah, you do mean the game. So are you afraid of shit? Then don't watch this. Whoops. Hang on. All right, helps you turn the sound on, so following in-game footage. Okay, all right.
There is a house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun, where thousands of young to salvation have gone. Oh God, she knows I'm one.
Don't let them get inside, compare. They're not the good kind.
Derceto isn't cursed or blessed. It's a battleground.
Maybe the dark man just likes it when you suffer.
Have you ever talked to a doctor about your condition?
This is madness!
Fall on your knees, wear the mask, praise his name.
Ooh, critters look good.
Welcome to the madhouse, detective.
Come on.
There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun, where thousands of young to salvation have gone.
No, that's not okay. They changed the lyrics. So I'm like, wait, that's not the song, you know, like. There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun. That's been the ruin of many your poor boy, and Lord, I know I'm one. Yeah. They changed it. I don't know why they changed it. Also, I feel like the line shouldn't be "It's a battleground." The line should have been "It's forsaken." You know. No. This ain't the land of either God nor the devil. It's just forsaken, you know? Well, I hope it's good. I hope it's good and that does it. I hope it's good and it does well. I'll probably check it out. You know, I'll check it out when it comes on, when it happens. Like, when's this fucker coming out? Written by the writer of Amnesia and Soma. Oh, wait, hold on. There's a better trailer. Hold on.
What are you doing, child? You shouldn't be alone.
Who are you? Are you here for the Fay Dodo?
I love games where there are different endings. You know, I love games where you can really choose your own adventure or affect the world, or the world affects you. That and the gameplay certainly are the power of games, apart from movies.
One of the most important parts of the game is place. It's at its very core a haunted mansion story. That's why we need to make sure that we recreate Grosseto again.
Well, I
think
like Dave Arbor.
What I'm most drawn to is the different characters, because they are all so fully fleshed out, so colourful and vibrant.
Like they made it look like Dave Arbor.
I really do feel
you know?
like when Emily meets a new character, the world is completely changed.
I relish the darkness. I think it suits me.
At the start of the game, you get to choose if you want to play as Edward or Emily. And the route you take will be slightly different depending on who you choose. The people at Grosseto will react differently to you depending on who you play.
Detective Conby.
Okay, so we're doing the Resident Evil thing. Okay.
Case yet? Hey, little lady, how's your evening been going?
Ups and downs, I suppose. You know, and I got to kind of see pictures of all the characters before we started, so to now be able to hear the kind of VO of all of them is really exciting.
I feel like so many of these AAA titles are, you know, just like very straightforward. There was something about this particular brand of games that was very unexpected. It just had a kind of life to it and a kind of weirdness to it that I really liked. Emily, don't worry. I think I'm close. I'm gonna set everything right.
Just be careful.
I find it a little weird that that's Alone in the Dark, but you have a partner. Oh, Way Forward is bringing Clock Tower back? Nice. Nice. Wait, how Alone in the Dark has been reinvented for modern horror fans? Motherfucker, don't tell me that. Don't say shit like that. Don't say shit like that. Like modernity is the thing that's fucking important. No. It's already a fucking period piece. Who cares about fucking modernity? God. I hate it when they do that. I hate it when they say shit like that. Because first of all, it's bullshit. It's always absolute horse shit. You know, well, we remade it for a modern audience. Fuck you. You know, like what was wrong? What was wrong with the old audience? A, what's wrong with the old audience? B, when has that ever worked? You know, there's been remaking a game with modern technology, but like, we're doing this for a modern audience. Oh, you mean the audience that didn't play the first one? Because they didn't exist? You know that old audience is still around, man. You could start there. You know, but then again, this is me like bitching about marketing, you know, rather than whatever the game is actually doing. You know. Does Lovecraft work in the South? It can. It can very much work in the South. Because don't you never forget. You know, if you want a great example of how Lovecraft can work in the South, Lovecraft Country is a great example. No, that's a great example. Although technically I think it's set in Chicago. It's got a Southern atmosphere to it. You know, because it's about white people versus black people, you know, like it's got a lot of that, you know. But yeah, no, you could totally set it in the South. You absolutely set it in the South. But my opinion about what you really want to do, if you did that, what you would really want to do is really accentuate the Jim Crow. You know, really accentuate the Jim Crow era like fucking Lovecraft Country did. You know, that means there's got to be a bit of Whitey gonna pay what he owe. You know, there's got to be a little bit of that. Because he talked about, like, you go into the deep South, you're gonna want to be dealing with deep Southern things, and a lot of that has to do, and those are stories of voodoo and racism. You know, what does voodoo mean? What does voodoo mean for the South? What's it mean to a place like New Orleans? What's it mean to the Lovecraft milieu? You know, you could do the thing where it's just all the outer gods. You know, it's just all the outer gods, but like that feels like you're missing an opportunity. because a lot of Lovecraft is a lot of them was white people anxieties. You know, so what would be more terrifying? What would be more scary? You know, voodoo is just like the magic of, you know, that they're familiar with, like what is found, like is found in the Necronomicon, or is voodoo real and their gods care about them, but they don't care about you? You know, like I think that would be the way that you would do it. Make it really really make it. You would still probably want like a white main character because he should feel like an outsider, you know. But like he should be in a world of blackness, you know, and how they deal with the things of the mythos, and that he is not a part of that. They have an advantage that he does not. Because that's definitely one of the things about Lovecraft. It's like, no. White people need to be fucked. Like, absolutely fucked. Create a scenario that Lovecraft himself would find abhorrent. You know, that he just would not be able to fucking take. You know, no, they out there, you know, but it's okay. It's like, we got the, we got the mojo. We got what we need. You, no, you don't. Why? Because here, you're their slave. We're not their slaves. We may have been your slaves, but we're not their slaves. You are, you know, like really do is like, oh no, this is something that white people deal with. We're just kind of watching you stumble around. Yeah, old money people are the cultists, you know, not the academics, not people like that, you know. You know, hey, why not make the Cajun a little Innsmouth? You know, you should probably go with Gator, though. Like, Gator people. Yeah, do a little bit of, you know, like in Deliverance or Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the sort of like, oh no, this is where we live. This is who we are. You know, we live here. You don't. You don't. You a carpetbagger, you know? You're a carpetbagger. You're not supposed to be here. Yeah, Lovecraft is entirely about a white guy, like, contemplating the center of the universe and freaking out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, it's the fear that a superior species would treat white people the way white people treat everybody else, except more so. Yeah. Christian churches got to be the ones that are actually worshiping the elder gods. You know, that's the way you got to do it. You know, turn a couple of things on their heads. Yeah, whole point of War of the Worlds. Yeah. Yeah, it was. Well, that was written by a British guy. I wonder why. Ooh, crayfish people. Yeah, ooh. Yeah, well, I think, like, the image you want to use is you want to use like Nyarlathotep, but dress him up like a wandering preacher, you know. You know, dress him up like a wandering preacher, you know. And yeah, no, that could work really well. Like, yeah, set it in New Orleans. It's just basically like, yeah, it's the local world again. The locals versus the elder gods, you know. Make the elder gods, like, turn the elder gods into like the horror of Christian colonialism, you know. Oh, he did not believe the backstory of Cool Air. Oh, yeah, yeah. Like, because those air conditioners made this horrible noise. Like Lovecraft, they could freak Lovecraft out. Yeah, you gotta. Who the hell besides Lovecraft was afraid of air conditioners? Yes, you kind of got a point, you know. Oh, man. Okay, I should probably I gotta get myself dinner and deal with deal with the upkeep of my medicine and all that. I had a great time hanging out with you guys, chatting it up. I always love seeing you. Hey, give the stream a like. You feel like donating to the Patreon? There's link in the description. Until next time, remember. Ave Satanas, Disco Inferno, and remember to wash your ass. And Satan and I love you all very much. Good night.